Hi dear students, welcome to Vidyanagar online classes. It's me Anu Kumar, your social science teacher. Today we can discuss the remaining portions of the chapter 10th, Rise of Nationalism. The last module we discussed some of the areas of aristocracy and the new middle class. So we can discuss the remaining portion. In Europe, especially west and central part of the Europe, there is have some changes. The growth of industrial production came to happen in this area and trade also flourishing very well. Because of the growth of industrial production and trading activity, there is emerging many town connecting with what our trading activities. Automatically, there is emerging the what some commercial classes. There is emerging in the western and central part of the what our Europe. So, western and central part of the Europe, there is happened the growth of industrial production and trade also flourishing. As a part of this one, there is emerging many trade towns, and commercial classes also emerging in the world or European society. And second half of the 19th century, in our Britain, there is happened the industrial revolution. There is a great revolutions in our Britain. Second half of the 18th century, industrial revolution came to happen in the world, our Britain. And working class as a part of the industrial revolution, there is happened many changes. First one, a new group called working class is emerging in the our European society, especially Britain. There is emerging this working class team, and middle class also emerging. And middle class also including the industrial classes, business groups, and official teams also emerging as a middle class in this period. And industrial revolution in that period there is came to happen not in 18th century but in the 19th century in the part of the world, some of the area. In the same time, the 18th century industrial revolution is not came to happen in the German states and what our France and some Italian area also. Industrial revolution only took place in the what our Britain during the time of the what 18th century. So as a part of the industrial revolution, there is emerging two classes: working class and our capitalist class, and middle class also emerging, and middle class also including the industrial classes, business groups, and officials also. And this newly emerging middle class, they're highlighting the concept of the national unity, and they always spoke that abolitions of the what privileges, aristocratic privileges. So middle class also they highlighting the one of the idea commonly called national unity, and they demanded to ending the abolitions of the what aristocratic privileges. In that period, aristocratic team, rulers and clergy and the team, they mainly enjoying the many privileges. So they demanding to what ending or abolishing the what these privileges enjoyed by the or aristocratic team. That's about the what this part. So once again, I have played. I will explain this area. Aristocracy and the what new middle class. So western and central part of the Europe, the growth of industrial production came to happen. Trade also flourished very well. As a result, automatically there is emerging the what many trade towns, and commercial classes also emerging. And the second half of the 19th century itself only in Britain industrial revolution came to happen. So great revolutions took place in the world. But in this period, German students and France and Italian students, this type of the industrial revolution never what came. And working class also emerging in the industrial society, middle class also emerging. Middle class how economically and trading commercially they were very rich. Why? Because in that period, because of the industrial production and trading activity, middle class having many wealth. They became very prosperous economically, but they have no social status. So they're demanding two things. First one, abolitions of the what aristocratic privileges, and second one, they're highlighting the ideas of the what national unity. Okay, that's about the what this module. And the second part we can discuss liberal nationalism or liberalism or the what liberal nationalism. This question may be asking three more questions. In our exam, we have point. So first one we can discuss what I mean by liberalism. The word liberalism derived from one Latin word called liber. That liber or the liberalism they mean by free. So free trade and free economic activity, that in economically we can say it is liberalism. Okay, so once again, the word liberalism derived from one Latin word that is called liber. Liber. Okay, listen. So middle class. According to middle class, liberalism, the way of point mean by freedom of individuals and equality before the law. According to middle class, liberalism mean by the freedom of individuals and equality before law. And politically, liberalism mean by government by consent. Government should be ruled according to the consent of the people, consent of the manufacturers and political thinkers and moreover the ministers. In that period, entire Europe ruled by the autocratic rulers. They never take the advice and mainly the viewpoint of the other people, or the fellow politicians and fellow ministers, so and people itself. So that period politically, our liberalism mean by the word government by the consent. And since the French Revolution, we can see that liberalism mean by the end of autocracy, autocratic rule. Second one, clerical privileges. Third one, demanding for the drafting of constitution and representative government through one parliament. That is, since the French Revolution, liberalism mean by. Since French Revolution, liberalism mean or stood for the end of autocracy or the autocratic rulers and clerical privileges, then demanding the constitution and demanding for the representative government through the parliament. That's the since the French Revolution liberalism meant by. So in the year 19th century, liberalism give more importance to the private property. So private property hinting by the our liberal thinkers. And also demanding and thinking highlighting the equality before law. But this equality before law, this concept according to liberalism, not supporting the universal suffrage. Liberalism standing for the equality before law, but it not supporting the universal suffrage. For example, we can see in the condition of the France. Even after getting power to National Assembly itself, National Assembly has not given right to vote to the women and poor people, non-populated people. And at the time of the Napoleon Code, this suffrage is limited one. And apart from this one, at the time of the Napoleon, a woman considered as the minor. Woman considered as the minor one. And next one, in the time of the 19th century, in the Europe itself, we can see that many part of the Europe, many countries, lot of freedom struggle and struggles also came to happen. Not freedom struggle. 19th century is the age of the struggle for getting the suffrage to the all the people. And exception case, we can see the Jacobin period. When the France is ruling by the Jacobin, at that time, our Jacobin team and the representatives provided suffrage to the all people. Only that is one exception cases. Okay, so that's about the this case area. Once again, repeating, 19th century liberalism stood for the private property, and liberalism are already standing for the equality before law, but it does not supporting the universal suffrage. At the time of the French Revolution, after getting the power to National Assembly itself, it does not hint in the suffrage to all the people. Only the property man and people have the right to vote in National Assembly. And women and non-property mean how people have not getting right to voting in the National Assembly. And when the Napoleon ruled the France, according to Napoleon Code, there are some limiting the suffrage to the people. Women became the minor one. And exception case, we can say that in the case of the our Jacobin rule. Jacobin period, it providing suffrage to the many people. So in our Europe, we can say 19th century, many struggles are came to happen for suffrage. So that's about the liberal nationalism. Okay, I hope that you understand very well in this part. And you have any doubt about this module, you can ask to me through WhatsApp message and text message.